Greetings, mortals. And welcome back. Me, Shave. Nope, didn't do that.
How's it going? My throat is too upset for me to do that voice for very long. I have not updated the game yet. I have not shared the stream yet. So I haven't done any of the stuff that I would often do prior to starting up. Yeah, my throat's not in a good place, actually. Installing update. Oh no. Discord, why are you updating now of all times? It's a pretty small program. I don't imagine it's going to... There we go. I don't imagine it's going to take too long. Alright. Who's this? Okay. So... when last we left off, we had just finished up the thingamabobber. We just finished up grabbing that, getting expert water. So we now have water walking, which is one of the most overpowered things that we could have. It's not going to be that insane for certain portions of the game as it was last time. We're not going to be able to wait, what am I doing? Okay, why is... Wait, did I not update when I... I thought did I copy instead of cut last time? Huh, that's odd. Excuse me. Sorry. Usually, if I have a bit of a cough, it's suppressed completely when I go live, and that is not the case today. So that is unfortunate. Let's see here. And I often have a cough because I have reflux. Alright, I do need to get water because I don't have a drink with me. We will not be caffeinated today, and that is fine. Who needs caffeine? Who needs it? Okay, so pet here. Okay, you are sitting there. I am sitting here. I have updated. I have not shared the stream, and I have in fact closed the stream, I believe. Okay, yes. So we reopen you. We click the share button. We go over here. We go to Let's Play, and we go... Gonna go with Watery Ways for this one. It is easier for me to just use a different title everywhere I type it because that's just how I roll. And we're gonna go back to the live scene so that it's less obvious that my face is asynchronous in a way that I'm not supposed to have it asynchronous. as opposed to asynchronous in the way that it's supposed to be. And we're going to load this up. So, let's take a look. I'm almost positive that the bulk of my damage is probably coming out of the Ranger right now. It is very funny that my Ranger is currently my MVP. That is just not the expectation that I had, but the fact that we have the jump spell saved our asses there. Can't believe Rangers get expert from the start. That's pretty funny. Hey, Malika. And how are we doing here? We've got...
I don't know.
Right, we have stuff that we can sell to make do. We don't need to worry about putting everything in one inventory, which is convenient. So expert 7 isn't sufficient to identify this ring. I'm going to put this ring into this slot. And do I want to toss those? I might.
I can't repair it.
Do I have the repair skill? I do have the repair skill. Okay, so you can get the repair skill. I don't think I have anything that I need to repair at the moment.
Don't look at me.
Because that's not enchanted or
Don't look
anything.
at
It's
me.
not relevant, really. Let's see. We don't need the personality right now, I don't think. So...
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. Oh right, we're not going to be walking into the depths anymore. We can't equip this on you, so we need to figure out who to equip this on. You are going to struggle with AC eventually, but for now, let's give this to you. Your AC is 61 now. You're 22. It's 25 for now. Okay. So, the goal now is to figure out which of these we are going to do. How are we doing on you? You're going to need... It would be very nice to have expert bodybuilding on Cortal. And we currently have 50% mana reserved. We actually have... Maybe? No. Right, we have 50% mana reserved for this. We need to have a few more mana to be able to have both of them at the same time. Which is probably for the best, is for us to have both of them at the same time. I'm going to try to lure these to the south, I think. Do I have anything else that I need to do right now? Not really. I'd like to get this experience sometime in the near future. And here's a question. Are those far enough away that I can actually... Because I actually led them to the very northeast side of the island. I might be able to jump in there and, like, take one of these out before the rest of them aggro. So that's one down. Do I want to... Okay, so this is interesting. I'm gonna try to take out this Goblin King. I'm gonna not get it easy. That's a problem. How hard is Ulrun gonna hit you for? I need Ulrun to. Oh, shit. Press too many A's. 42. So, Adamantite. This one is going to be a problem. We're not going to be able to burst it down. But we can probably take, like, a few pot shots and get okay results out of that. That was toast. If I can keep this pack limited, which I might not be able to after what I just did, I think those ones are far enough away. So I think we can keep this pack limited to just these. And if we can keep this pack limited to just these, I think we're actually going to be okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so we took that one out. Ooh. Taking big hits. Damn. The only unfortunate thing I need to let's do it. I'm gonna find a item that I can give you that will give me what I'm looking for. I don't think this is gonna do it. It's definitely not a helmet. You have a spell point increasing item, but it's leather. That's not going to help me any. I wouldn't have a spell point increasing item that isn't equipped on somebody. I don't think I have a thing to do for you. Okay, this doesn't give me additional SP. So how's our progress? We haven't done anything to the adamantite, which is fine. It does look like we've gotten a few extra here. Ooh, that one is... I was hoping that its origin point was further away. It was actually walking back toward its origin point, but its origin point is on this side of the island, so it didn't really help me at all. You can see that it's doing it again, but it's not going to help me much. Actually, it seems to have given up on going back to its origin point there. That was very slow. Why did I do that? Let's see. What are we going to do? I'd like to just use the shrine, honestly. But I don't think the shrine is going to be a particularly reasonable place to fight these right now, because they're almost all on this side. Yeah, like there's no shot that I'm getting to the shrine and then actually using it, because I would have to clear through way too many of them to make that work. Yeah, that one's just retreating to there, which is not very far away. We need these over here, actually.
It is but a scratch.
Okay. That one's actually run into an interesting location. By itself. Okay. Got the kill on that one. Okay. Yeah, I really wish that I had just a few more points of SP on you. You don't have leather, do you? You don't have leather. Actually, I can get a few more points of SP by leveling up as well. So, I'm not going to get enough to do what I want, I don't think, but let's sum out. Wow. It would be really nice to have more than one good weapon right now. Slight damage reduction.
There's no room.
What else can I do right now? Unfortunately, we're missing quite a lot. So the our damage output isn't as consistent as we'd like it to be. I should get the expert staff now. Let's do that. We're going to go sell a bunch of stuff. I was hoping to be able to level up first, but and potentially get like a couple of quick items. But we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do better. It would be nice to have some air resistance. Let's first go to the weapons shop.
Looking for a weapon?
We can sell the crossbow. 1 to 11 fire damage. This is a huge upgrade over what I've got equipped, apparently. Interesting. Wasn't paying enough attention. So this is also a huge upgrade over what do you have equipped? Okay. This is 2d12 plus 2. Plus 4. That's actually pretty high. Value. Simple 3d6. And So let's take a look. What are you wearing? Okay, so this gives personality. This gives personality, which I wanted to, and it gives the endurance, which increases my survivability. This doesn't increase healing, right? Does it? Okay, so Claymore is not a thing that we're going to put in play. I misread something, so I was confused as to why. No, I didn't. This is 2d7 plus 4. Plus 4. Okay, I think I will hold on to this one for right now. Oh, you know what it is?
Don't look at me.
Okay. We're going to go over to the Magic Guild, sell some of the stuff there.
Can I help you find anything?
Okay. I'm going to hold on to that for right this second. I don't think I need all of them. You know what? I am actually going to sell these gemstones. Holy shit, I can sell an Ascension Emerald for fucking 23 grand? That is intense. Interesting. I could potentially rely on something like that to fund my early game. The Ascension Emeralds are useful, but in the late game they drop quite a lot, and you don't get upgrades very quickly that you would need the Ascension Emeralds for. So we have 3,500. Let's take a look at what spells we can pick up over here, and we can potentially pick up some other cool stuff as well. So regeneration is here, which we cannot use. Cure weakness, body resistance. Meditation is not usable. Meditation requires a lot more mana than I would expect. Let's see. Considering that it's like the tier 1 spell. Cure paralysis, charm resistance. We could actually get Fate. I think I'm going to pick up Body Magic so that we can use this heal book. I think that that is a good investment. What other skills do we have to train up now? We have Body at expert. I'd like to get bodybuilding expert on somebody. I'd need to get 2 levels to get bodybuilding expert on Quartal. But everybody who has 4 bodybuilding currently has it at expert. So let's go pick up staff expert. Never mind, we can't pick up staff expert. We picked up bodybuilding and we started investing into dodging. So we can't pick up a staff expert. I don't need to worry about that. So that's fine. Hey, Rotoset. We have no skills to pump that way, but let's pick up enlightenment. Can I pick up enlightenment on my death knight?
Can we assist you?
I was fairly sure that I saw enlightenment as a skill that I could pick up, but I don't know who I saw it on. Hey, do we want to pick up meditation on you? Yes.
Luck be with you.
Oh, okay. You don't get enlightenment from the church anymore? That checks out.
Can I help you find anything?
There we go. There we go. That's who you get it from. Let's see. Okay. So. Let's see. The Enlightenment as a period is the period where, you know, knowledge was being wrested away from the church and the nobility's control. So it makes a lot of sense for it to be put in the magic shop instead. Let's see here. So enlightenment gives us, I think, extra mana per point. And let's see. We've got 32 mana on you. So what is our situation with this? So bless now is 50%. What was it before? It's more than 50%, I think. We can try to pick up. So we can also cast body resistance if we want. You have jump. You have heal. Let's take a look with enlightenment if it's possible for me to keep something like haste up. I could have haste right now. I can't have haste right now. I don't have expert. I don't have expert fire. But
The magic of fire, air, water, and earth.
it's not 30% anymore. Like it's now like a scaling effect. So at low level, it's not going to be as crazy. Still good though. Ooh, the other thing we could pick up is shield, which we could actually use right now. And shield would be a big boost for what we're dealing with right now. The problem is it's extraordinarily expensive. I don't have that much money. Ooh, I can sell this wand. Let's sell the wand and see how much that gives me.
I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, so we're close to being able to buy a shield. Yeah, it's all a living system that's changing over time. Let's see here. Do I want New Sorpigal has every elemental trainer. New Sorpigal, I think. I'm trying to remember where the Earth person is. I'm pretty sure it has an Earth trainer as well. The water trainer is over here. The air trainer is elevated. And I think the fire and thinger trainer are here. They're fire and earth. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure it has all four. Maybe I'm wrong. Does it not have earth? It's funny because it's entirely possible that it doesn't have earth, and I just never noticed because why would I ever need to get? Why would I ever need earth?
Ready.
Okay. So we now have 2 healers, one of whom doesn't have mana regen. I forgot to grab our meditate. Wait, did I get meditate? Never mind, I got meditate on you, we're fine. We don't want this set to S though, because we want to be hitting enemies with them. It's very dangerous. It would be good to get the mages down, because the mages, I don't think I can dodge the electricity. This attack that they have is not dodgeable, I don't think. Well, I dodged it there. Let's see. The actual town of New Circle only has 2. Is there no Earth Trainer here? I'm gonna go look for the Earth Trainer, because it would make sense for there to only be 2, because there's 3 self trainers, and so one of the self trainers should be opposite the other 2, right? Unless there's 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top. There's the fire. There's earth. Yeah, they're all here. There are 3 on the bottom. So the 3 self-trainers on the bottom. The air trainer is up here.
Hello.
Can I get to you from here? You know, I had this like instantaneously the last time I came through. No, really. There we go. And this is the air trainer. So yeah, there's 3 in the town proper, and then there's 1 at the this island here. So the person that gives you access to the water walking spell requires water walking to get to. Now, in the original game, water walking did not require expert, but you also couldn't get it immediately. So, 1 second. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. It is tempting to just try to run straight in here and figure out a way to make that work. Those enemies all being on the north side is really rough for me. I have Bless active, so I should have a little bit more accuracy this time. Right, I didn't actually pick up a spell for you to have active. I'm wondering what I should have as my active spell for Olrin. We have Air Expert. I'd like to have Shield, but that's going to take all of my money and then some. You are drowned. Man, I'm so excited to get Levitate.
Just got a scratch.
This is fine. But yeah, I'd like to get the mages down. Which I guess I could try to pick up the Identify Monsters skill. Presumably Rangers would be good at it, right? Do Rangers get GM Identify Monster? I would think they do. They don't get anything else. Holy shit! Okay, that 252 damage crit did not kill this thing. How much HP do you have left? Okay. So, it has about 300 HP, I think. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is a really rough pack to deal with. Because... in part because of the fact that they're all, like, in a place that I don't want them.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, if I have it on E, I have to choose target. Okay. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, these mages are really rough. Got a tiny bit of damage into the adamantite, but really not a lot. I wish that I had a more consistent strategy for this. What I really need more than anything else is like a few more points of MP on my Death Knight so that I can maintain both water walking and regeneration. That would make a really huge difference. But I don't know how I would make that happen. I guess I could pick up some... I could pick up the leather skill so that I can move the thing over. I can't pick up the shield skill. I don't want to pick up the leather skill, though. I have a preference to not have a bunch of excess armor skills and things like that. I prefer to just have the ones that I am going to use. So, let's see. Is there anything I could do? Your skills that would accomplish an objective. Wait, I didn't pick up bodybuilding with you? Like at all? I wonder if bodybuilding is unavailable to Death Knights because they're dead. Because they can't get Arms Master, which is weird for a melee class. I wonder if it's because they're sort of like magically animated or something.
How about some training?
You can't get bodybuilding. Okay, we're fine. So, that is a more important skill than shield for me right now. And I could, if I wanted, I could use my horseshoes to get this to 4 right now. I think that might be the best thing I can do with my horseshoes right now. Enlightenment is useful. Spirit Expert is useful. It would give access to preservation, except we don't have the preservation spell available for right now. I'm not even sure if there's a person. I could pick it up from. Let me take a look and see how costly Fate is.
Spirit, mind, and body.
Fate is 50% mono reserved. Do I already have Fate? No.
Magical
So,
spirit, mind,
if I
and body.
had Fate, I could increase my crit chance. I think I'm actually going to pick up Fate. I think we only need... We're running ourselves very... I think I only need 500 for Bodybuilding Expert. So, we're going to get Bodybuilding Expert on Cortal. I'm going to save under danger, because we're in a dangerous position. We're using a lot of resources that it's dangerous to use. And we currently have 0.1 HP regen per second. Still at 0.1. That gives us 121 max, but we still only have 0.1 regen per second. So I don't think we're going to go for Unholy next. We are going to invest 2 points into regeneration next, I think. Though, it depends. Because the... so yeah, for you, I think I will get you up to this. Let's see.
I can't
I keep looking in my inventory as if my inventory is going to solve the problem that I have of needing 4 more max MP. as if it's going to solve my problem of not having quite enough. Actually, I think I need 8 or something like that. I need more than 4, but I need a little bit more max SP on Cortal to be able to cast both of these at once. It is legitimately going to be a night and day difference to be able to have both of them at once. Okay. We dealt some chip damage into that mage. We hopefully didn't call other mages to join in the process. And I say did some chip damage. We actually almost killed that mage. So that's very good. So the other weird thing is that I have the habit of always letting go of shift whenever I am like attacking on the move in order to do the actual attack. But I actually don't need to do that if I'm doing literally a single hit and then running away. That's GG. These characters don't have regen, so if actually no, not necessarily. We can recover from this. We just need to cast regen manually. So this gets us to... How much regen do we have now? Let's see. 0.4. So the bodybuilding pickup isn't going to increase our healing by very much at the moment. Okay, we have that mage low. We've done a little bit of chip damage into the adamantite as well. And unfortunately, because of the nature of how this works, since I don't have any regen on Cortal, I do need to actually walk all the way back to turn off regen and get the 5 SP. So we can recover from everybody being unconscious other than Cortal, but it's not easy to recover from. Like it's a hole. Let's just use the healing at the fountain. Unfortunately, there's not going to be that much of it. Ooh.
I can't fix it. I fixed it.
Interesting. This does have regen built in. I don't need regen on you. I don't need the 6 spell points on you necessarily. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, you do not get the benefits of that. So yeah, it is better probably just to do it this way, even though regen on my vampire is a little inefficient. It's not the most efficient way to handle the regen, but it's fine. Did we already tag all these? Yes. Okay, so once we get either a couple levels. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get there by 5 o'clock unless we kill the boss. We're not gonna get enough experience from killing these mages to the experience we need. The other thing that I could do, if I wanted, is I certainly have the ability to swap my axe, which gives a huge amount of durability as well. Not a huge amount, but a good, solid amount of durability. I could swap that to the thing. Yeah, the rule set is pretty similar. The difference is going to be the pathing. My pathing for this run is going to be a max experience run. My goal is to activate Bolster every single area transition. So basically, I'll be going from here to Might and Magic 8, and then from Might and Magic 8, I'll be going to Might and Magic 7, and then from Might and Magic 7, I'll come back to here to do Goblin Watch. We're not doing the all areas completed on first entry. Instead, we're doing each area, we're bumping the levels of the enemies up higher and higher and higher. So it should make the run harder in theory. It's my assumption that the run will be harder this time because the average level of the enemies is always going to be pushing ahead of me. The average level of the enemies isn't going to, toward the end of Might and Magic 6, I'm not catching up to the enemy level because they're getting bolstered by the Might and Magic 7 and the Might and Magic 8 levels that are coming in all the time. And you would think, okay, well, you'll still end up in pretty much the same place, right? And it's like, well, no, because the average level of everything that I fight will always be higher. So I'm going to be higher, which means the enemies are going to get bolstered higher because they're going to give me more experience each time. So the idea of this run is that both me and the enemies are going to end in a higher position than we ended at last time, right? So last time we ended the game somewhere around level 300 something, and the most powerful enemies I think were about level 400. I'm hoping to push enemy levels into the 500s by the end of the game. I think that'll be fun. So we'll see whether we manage to do it. I actually need to return back and hit these because I didn't do any. I hit for 2 damage on the adamantite, which I might as well not have done. So basically the only hits that matter on the adamantite are going to be from Olrin. This is a difficult enemy setup for an early game party that hasn't had a chance to get any proper weapons yet. I think that this adamantite would be trivial for the caster party to deal with. In particular because they could do it from right over here. But also because the elementalist was hitting for 350 damage. So, with that being the case, I think that the caster party will have a fairly easy time here compared to this poor melee party. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see how high I can push the enemy levels. Bear in mind, I don't really know. I haven't done any calculation to determine how big of a difference it makes to do what I'm doing. I don't have anything backing up the idea other than just the vague theoretical conception of if the first area that I go to in Might and Magic 8 is 5 or 6 levels higher when I go there, and then I go from there, and I get whatever extra levels I get from the fact that it's higher level. In theory, that should allow me to bolster things up to a higher level. The issue is that I don't know, in practice, I don't really know how big of a difference it makes, because I don't know how big of a difference an experience gain a few levels makes. But at the very least, I don't think that I will ever be running into a problem where the enemies are lower level than me and I'm getting less experience as a result. The enemies should be keeping up to my level the entire playthrough, at least in theory. Unfortunately, I am running out of healing, which is an issue. Do I have Cure Weakness? I made a mistake. I don't have Cure Weakness. Let's see. No bows still. It's basically the same rule set, right? The rule set hasn't changed that much. It's really just a pathing difference. I've got a different party, and I'll be taking a different pathway through the game. But it's a standard melee run, no bows, no ranged attacks. Bows are allowed, but ranged attacks are not. So I can't hit anybody with a bow, but I can certainly equip one to give myself identified item skill. I could technically equip a bow as a stat stick, but it's not wise for me to do that, unless I am in very extreme situations. It seems plausible to me too. I just don't. The thing is that without knowing the experience differential between like a level 1 and a level 8 enemy, for instance, it's hard to really know. It could get me to absolutely insane levels that are beyond my expectations, and it could get me to level 450 because it turns out that it's a fairly marginal difference. But the fact that the EXP formula gives you less experience for enemies that are below your level, and does it give more experience for enemies that are above your level? I don't know. But that paired with the baseline extra experience of a higher level enemy, to me, gives me the impression that there's a decent chance of it being a really, really big value. I think that 500 is a reasonable expectation. So yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, we have the possibility that we end up with ludicrous amounts of experience. Though, also, the enemies are probably not going to be higher level than us throughout the entire run, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that bolster level calculates quest EXP into the equation. So, because of that, the quest EXP is going to push me closer to the enemy level over the course of the run. Because as I accumulate quest experience, that's going to be experience that I'm getting that the enemies are not automatically getting. Quest experience is calculated, so never mind then. If quest experience is part of the formula, then nothing that I'm doing probably will be outside of that formula. So all the EXP that I'm getting is going to increase enemy level as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very We just need to get through New Sorpigal, and then we can see... The other thing is that I do need to pick up Identify Monster. Ah, gotcha. Also... But no, that's in the we're not in the right location for that anyway. Like, wait a second. What about Arena? It's like, no, Arena isn't available from here. You know, it would be a great quality of life improvement is if you could get to the arena from any stable, rather than needing to go specifically to the Iron Fist or Ravenshore or Harmondale stable. I would really... That would make my life a lot easier. Because I love the arena, but I'm, like, never there. Okay. So, we've got a mage that's in range to tackle. We have enough experience to level. We don't actually, but we will by the time it's morning. We have a bunch of bodies to loot once we've cleared some of this out. I should maybe actually loot these bodies now rather than wait, because I need... That's rough. That's very rough. Oh, shit. Because I do need,
I don't know.
Alright.
Tis but a scratch.
I should not have done that. Whew. So, we're doing okay. We get in there. We've got this thing down to about, what, 60, 65%? Something like that. And... I'm not going to try to loot these right now. I'm going to wait until I... The probability that I loot them and then die is too high, and I don't really want to be like cycling through loot RNG. Like, I don't want to get a lucky loot and then like where I'm like, oh, that looks like a really crazy item, and then have to worry about how that influences my behavior, you know? I will try to do the bounty quests. I'm gonna keep an eye on the bounties if I can, over the course of the run. The issue with the bounties is the bounties are difficult by virtue of the fact that, like, the enemies are never available. Like, they're either in a zone that I've never been to, that I haven't been to, or they're in a zone that I have been to, and so they're all dead. Right? So, like, bounties are just kind of a difficult thing for me to do in my runs because of that. I'm not really, like, a huge fan of the bounty system, honestly, in the Might and Magic series, because of the fact that it's not like... It's not like an actual clear social threat. Like, the normal quests are basically bounties, right? Like, not all of them, but a lot of quests are basically just bounties. Like, go over here and kill this person. And as a result of that, there's this issue with the bounty quests of like, well, how do you make them a uniquely different thing from just like a standard quest without adding a bunch of new systems in? And I don't really see a super clean way to do that, other than to do the way that others have done it in the past, which is like you just make that enemy spawn. Let's see. I don't think so, because which map would they spawn them on? I'm pretty sure that grabbing a bounty does not make a random dragon show up in there. Bounties were changed a lot in what was it? It was a Chaos Conspiracy, I think people mentioned. But I don't think that Merge has anything terribly different about bounties, to my knowledge. And I don't think that Maw has changed the bounties. That's not. I don't think that's an aspect that's been altered. I could be wrong there, but I don't think it has. We only have a couple more in this pack to deal with. We're actually getting pretty close to the end of this pack. Unfortunately, they are moving in a direction that I don't like them to move. I would like them to come over here. They don't want to. Okay. So we took out another enemy. I'm actually shocked that we got out of there without anybody dying. That was the wrong target. Save it up. How are we doing?
I can't identify them.
We have one mage that's very low. The adamantite is very low. Let's see. Gotcha. Yeah, I've only played Merge once, so I don't know what the things are. Let's see. And I didn't finish it. I basically finished a continent, and then I was like, okay, well, I've gotten to the second continent, and while it's a little interesting to have the thieves shoot me with the blade spell, it's not that interesting. I think one of the problems that I had with Merge in the beginning was just the fact that, like, the systems in Might and Magic 6 kind of aren't very robust past the, like, natural EXP limit. Where it's like the skill system really gets extraordinarily expensive to get any points into, and the way that everything scales together makes it so that I don't think that it really scales past the natural end game very effectively, which makes sense, because why would it, right? But unfortunately, we got the kill on the adamantite and then died. Okay, actually, we got killed and then we got the kill on the adamantite. But that does mean that we're very close. So we've got the boss dead. That's big. That's a really big deal for us. If we got the boss dead, we can now be a little bit less concerned about burst damage from, like, a really, really heavy hitter on the side that is unlikely to hit us but could. The primary damage coming out at us was from these wizards, not from the boss. But the that was, like, the consistent damage. That boss was someone that I was very vulnerable to having somebody get insta-gipped by. So the other thing is that we have a bunch of high-level enemies at this section that we've got over here. And most of the enemies in this map are not the highest tier, right? This is not like the other place where it's just highest tier enemies. This section is just a normal section. So if we can clear the ones that we have right now, we'll have cleared out a pretty good portion of the most powerful enemies on the field, which will be very helpful for us in a wide variety of ways. And I would like for you to go the other direction, but I don't know how to get you to go this way. Wait. Okay. I can just eat this. So, unfortunately, these move extraordinarily slowly. But okay, we aggroed another one. Tag this one. Okay, that one was already low. And we still have one that's going to be approaching us, but it's a low tier. If we can take this one out, we can get a save with us on this side of the river. We're in the green on the island. Let's go. Okay, we're going to loot everything. We got some gauntlets, which is nice. And we are still in the green over here. How much money are we making? Making an okay amount. Unfortunately... Okay, looks like we're fine. So we've got... I'm actually going to disable water walk. And that doesn't help me at all. Because... Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Because if I cast regen, I won't be able to recast water. You know what? I don't need to recast water walk. We're fine. We can just jump across. So we're basically going to save this under danger. We're going to keep on chilling here. We have regen now, and we just need to burn our way through the rest of the island and then jump out of here. We also have chests on this island that I did not loot. I think there's just the one. But that is a meaningful addition to our coffers if there's anything good in it. So I think we're in the clear here. I think we're in the clear. Okay. I've aggroed more than I'd like to, so we are going to pull back. That is a lot more than I'd like to have pulled. So we're going to actually just stay here for a second, and then we're going to pull around, and we're going to go into the front, which we shouldn't have done. There's actually way more alive still than I thought. Okay. We're going to die here. Alright. I pulled way too many enemies there. And I also underestimated how many were left. I don't have Wizard Eye to play with, which I could have picked up Wizard Eye. Oh, also, I need to make sure that I have Torchlight active. Torchlight is important for this. Because Twitch is bad. I'm tempted to do just like a tech stream at some point where I just spend 4 hours starting and stopping stream and just looking at the thing. Can I do test streams on Twitch? I don't know that I can. Like, can you stream privately on Twitch so that it doesn't like actually make a proper stream? but you can still see how the video compression is doing its thing. I feel like back in the day, I did something like that, but I don't remember what it was for. I don't remember what it was switching about. That's a problem. That was pretty close, actually. We're definitely making progress. Like, considering that we were fully out in the open there, that's not bad progress. Oh, right, I didn't actually identify the,
Ooh,
might, int, and personality. Interesting. So, you don't scale with... Yeah, your thinger doesn't scale. So we're not doing it on you. And I think we're just going to equip this on you. Plus 12 personality and earth resistance will just slap onto you. And that does give you more mana to play with as well. And we now have enough personality to heal for 1 point of extra healing, which is nice. Yeah, unfortunately, we do just have to do this the slow way. But hey, it's a lot faster than reloading every 12 seconds. Oh man, I'm so happy. I'm getting water walking lured so many of the enemies so far across this island that we have an actual opening here to basically just pull the whole island slowly over time. These things are so fast compared to the mages. Set. Give me 1 second, actually. Okay, we're chill. I just need to check on something. All right. I don't have my idle game open in the background. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Me? No. I would never. Alright. Done. Okay, we are in range of some hostiles. So we have one mage and one, what is it, journeyman? On their way. That's good. We want to be clearing out the high tiers where possible. And the mages are more important than the goblins, I think. Again, I think that the mage projectile is more difficult to deal with. I'm actually going to go to this side now, because I think there's more that are closer to me in terms of the north-south, whereas the others, I think, are along the edge of the coast. They're on the northern coast, and so I'm more likely to aggro more of them at a time. As I approach, like, some of them from the south, I'm kind of approaching all of them from the south. So my goal is to clear out more of these that are further south, so that I can then progress along the coastline, so I'm as far east or west as possible, and not risk overpulling. Let's see. So yeah, we're going to clear through this, and then we have just the one island left, and that island is going to be a little difficult. A little bit difficult to deal with. But, ooh, that's a small shield. That could be potentially very valuable. There we go. We have another one coming in. What are users first here? No problem. Ooh, we actually have several coming in. It's a little concerning. But it looks like it's fine. It looks like it's just the three. If it's just these three, we're pretty much fine here. It's preferable not to be in melee with the Goblin Kings. But it's okay. Nice. So we have 2 grand. And let's...
I can't repair it.
That is a Caravaner's small shield with 19 AC. This increases my resists by 1. And drops my mana by a bit. I think I'm going to hold on to this one for this particular moment because I'm not dealing with a lot of physical damage. Like, the probability that a physical attack comes out to Sortira specifically is fairly low with the packs that I'm fighting right now, because I'm typically only fighting one goblin at a time. It's not going to be in melee range for very long, because that's basically the end of the fight. Okay. Okay, that one's done. We're actually getting pretty close to finishing the island. I might just dive, actually, at this point, because I don't think there's that many left. Yeah, there's only like 3 left. Now would be a good time to have that shield equipped. I'm not equipping it because I don't need it, but this would be the optimal scenario for it. And that's plus 10 luck permanent for the entire party. Not too shabby. I like it. I like it a lot. So we've cleared this. We now have a chest to loot. It has a crossbow that we can sell. Has some other stuff, and it has some money. We have enough money to pick up a spell or something. I think we might want to pick up Preservation and Expert Spirit if we can afford it. I don't know if we'll be able to afford it or not by the time we finish here. Okay. We need to jump our way across here. There we go. We take a little bit of chip damage, but not a ton. And here's a question. Where is that? I think... Ooh. Do I have anything else I can do until 5 o'clock? Because it's now 3. And...
I can't identify.
I didn't miss any chests, did I? I got the one on there. Does anyone know how quest bolstering works? Like, when you pick up... Is it like set... Is it like the level itself... The area itself has a level that's set when you first enter the area, and then all quests are bolstered according to the level that the area is set? Because I think the quests give you extra experience in if you're you have a higher bolster level as well, right? Is it just set to the map? So like the later that you go into a map, the more experience you'll get from the quests. Or is it when you turn in? It's probably when the map is set. I would imagine. But what I'm asking is when is that calculated? Is that calculated based off of the map that they're on, and the map has a bolster level, or is it calculated on quest pickup or quest turn-in? It's a fairly marginal difference, but it impacts. If you were going to do like, so that's during turn-in. Interesting. So in theory, if you wanted to maximize experience, the optimal way to do... No, because if you do the quest turn-ins later, then you're not getting the bolster value earlier. So you're going to have lower level enemy. So that would be so much fun to calculate. And by that I mean it would be very difficult to calculate, and I would probably get annoyed very quickly if I tried. But... That is an interesting thing to think about in terms of pathing. Like if you wanted to path a route that actually gives you the maximal experience. God, if I was 16 again. That sounds like a joke, and it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't, because that is the kind of bullshit that I pulled when I was 16. Okay, I also pulled that kind of bullshit when I was 22. Let's not get it too twisted, but actually, it probably is more of a 22-year-old me than a 16-year-old me. 16-year-old me wasn't really advanced enough, I don't think, to calculate something that detailed, I think. Like that's a fairly complex calculation that I don't know that I could have handled when I was 16. I mean, I could have hypothetically handled it, but it wasn't the kind of thing I was doing in my free time. When I was 16, I was still taking math classes. I actually had a math outlet. So basically, we are just kind of waiting until 5. I was thinking that maybe there would be something to do, but I don't think there is. I don't think there's a chest behind Goblin Watch somewhere that I've forgotten. So I think we are basically just killing time until we can train and do the other stuff. Unfortunately. I'm gonna take a quick gander down here, but I'm pretty sure there isn't a. Yeah, this is not gonna be a thing. But the southern coast, I think, is also not a thing. Again, we're gonna check just in case, but I'm fairly sure that there's nothing gonna be over here. We have 2,800 gold at the moment. We just got a large shield.
Junk.
And it's junk. Perfect. Okay. We did check this chest already. We don't have a thing over here. Correct. Alright. So, we're now going to pop over here. I think we'll train first.
How about some training?
Wait, preservation is available right now, right? Am I correct in that? Or was preservation not available?
The magic of spirit, mind, and body.
It is definitely not available. Okay. I think I'm actually going to train first to reset the thing. Though I think it might not. I think the stores take longer to reset now, right?
Okay.
Than they did in vanilla. We have access to Arms Master. I think in vanilla they reset every week, and I think in this it's like a month or something. Oh, they reset. That's preservation. 80% mana reserve for preservation.
Magic of spirit.
Okay, how much does this cost? This is technically something I can afford. We're gonna pick this up immediately.
Spirit, mind, and body.
This is a life-changing. We have 9 gold to spare. It's fully calling me. I need preservation. Okay. So we have preservation. Wait, isn't this a... Doesn't this fountain give money if you click on it if you have less than 100 gold? Is it different? Doesn't matter. Okay. The problem is that we can't actually get that yet. Unless we can get either a horseshoe, which we already used our horseshoes on this, or thing. Or do I want to get expert perception? I don't think so. I think I want to get regeneration. Let's get regeneration to 3, because this gives us 0.7 regen. And so with 0.7 regen coming from that, that's about double what we're getting from the other thing. Yeah, this is clutch. You could get staff to expert, but there's no way we're going to have that much money. I guess there is, if we are able to make enough money from selling shit. We do have the ability...
Don't look at me.
...to sell this for a lot of money. And I don't really want to do that for several reasons. The first reason is because I got really lucky picking that up at the exact moment that I did. And it feels a little cheesy to rely on having basically an unlimited amount of finances for the beginning of the game because I randomed into an extremely good crafting item at the very beginning. To me, the long-term usage of it feels more legitimate than the short-term usage of it. So that's a thing. And we have enough to get Spirit to Expert.
Don't look at me.
If we don't get anything else already. We can also afford to get like a skill or a bodybuilding expertise. So we could learn a new skill or we could get bodybuilding expert and still be able to get expert spirit. But are we going to even have enough money? Probably not, but that's okay. I think we'll be able to get to expert spirit either in Dagger Wound or in Ravenshore. I'm pretty sure that one of those two places will allow me to get that. And what else do we need? Do we have enough? Interesting. No, we don't have enough. We don't have enough mana to cast both of these yet. So I'm going to swap off of regen. We're going to swap this to water walking. And then with water walking active, I don't want to put skills points in for you necessarily yet. Because it will depend somewhat on what I get in this next place. As for you, I feel like we're definitely going to be getting spirit for you, right? I feel like we need to get spirit up to expert on you regardless. We actually have you closer, weirdly enough. But yeah, I think we're going to get spirit up to expert. Oh, right, it costs less points. I forgot about that. You could get expert spirit right now, probably, right? 7 should be enough, actually. Ooh. We actually have access to preservation right now. On the character that is the least tanky in the party. But actually, no, they're not that untanky because this axe has so much speed and luck on it that, like, that's doubling my AC on its own. Doubling my AC and giving me pretty good resists. We have expert bodybuilding, which she does not, right? So interesting. Do I do it? I can do it right now, and then I'd have preservation for the next section. We're doing it. I completely forgot about that mechanic. Changes everything. So you are also going to want Expert Spirit. Expert Spirit is good, just generally. I'm not going to worry about the fact that I put extra points in there. Famous last words. I do have the ability to get bodybuilding in the next area anyway. So it's not a huge problem.
I can use that.
So you can turn off Fate. And you can turn on preservation. There we go. So we now have preservation available. We have the ability to have preservation and regeneration active at the same time. We have preservation and bless for now as our 2 buffs. We have water walking that we need to cast to get to where we're going. We don't technically need to, but we are going to. We are in okay shape. Our finances are okay, but nothing amazing. We are going to probably want to swap this for right now.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. Forget about it. This would drop vitality, which I do not want. You have the ability to spend points, but you're not going to yet. You are pretty much set with your stuff. We have Spirit. We have Bodybuilding Expert in Might Magic 8, so we don't need it right now. We just need to make this work. So what I'm going to try to do here, my intention here is to basically get myself... I'm going to tag this, and then I'm going to run due south. We're going to run straight south off of the water. Rather than walking toward any of the enemies, we're going to be basically trying to get off of the island completely. We'll re-enter the island from the Garrick's Forge side, and that should... I'm going to go ahead and do a normal save. We don't need a ranger save right now. This also has me moving, like, laterally to most of the enemies, I think. So... Okay. It was still possible to get it done. As long as the ranger's up, we're not dead, even if we're drowning. There's ways to come back from that. Okay. We are in the green. And we now need to heal up. I'm just going to walk back to town to heal, because I think that's the easiest way to do it. And we will start clearing this section. I'm going to go ahead and say this under danger, because we're now starting the Garrick's Forge Island. I'm very excited about this, because we're doing this on Doom, and this is not sections of the area that are necessarily, or for that matter, at all, intended for you to be doing at this point in the game. In vanilla, these places were meant for you to come to later in the game. The island where Garrick's Forge is, you're supposed to come to later. You can pop over here technically to explore before you leave this area, but you cannot have water walking to be able to get over here comfortably, and you're just not expected to fight here, right? Like, you're not expected to be able to fight your way onto either of these islands, I don't think. So I also think that the expectation is that you're going to be wandering around the map a lot, but at any rate, even if you do this early, you're meant to have water walking before you try to do something like this, and you can't get it in this first zone natively. So the thing that I think is going to be very cool, I don't need water walking anymore, so we're done with water walking, and we're casting regen. Oh, regen doesn't require targeting anymore. That's cool. Before it required that you targeted a party member, even though it's now like a party-wide buff. Actually, this is actually very reasonable. Okay. I was thinking this was going to be harder than that. We could still end up having some trouble, but as long as we're fighting smaller groupings of these, I think we're actually chill. I also have to remember that we don't have that much regeneration and stuff. They're not as fast as they normally would be if they spawned naturally. Which has a pretty sizable impact because I don't think they hit as hard at range. Each one of these is probably going to be worth an average of about 50 gold, like maybe 40 to 50 gold. There's, so if we get 10 of these, just 10 of these on its own is 400 gold, ignoring the possibility of loot. So this is actually going to be pretty profitable. And pretty nice. Can I get to that place without pulling all of these? I don't think I can. Yeah, my increased damage output from having that one, nice item is definitely going to help us out here. It's funny. I think that once my my mage party gets off the ground, they're gonna have a really quite easy time with the rest of New Sorpigal. Once we get past that level 1 hump, which is such a it's such a painful section. Also, maybe if I dicked around slightly less, and pulled reasonable packs instead of pulling the entire world all at once. We don't even have to worry about losing EXP to people being unconscious during when the enemies die. Truly crazy. I can't actually heal in combat right now because the character who would do the healing is person who's also the primary DPS. There we go. Perfect. So, cleared that out. We're in the green. Come on, the monk is not unconscious. I don't know what you're talking about. Got having preservation now, life-changing. This is gonna be life-changing. We are going to run and hide for now. And in Might Magic 8, we can pick up all of like the resistance spells. Once we get to the first, once we get to Dagger Wound, we should be able to pick up all the elemental skills, pick up a few key important spells that we won't be able to really make much use of immediately because we have preservation on that character right now, but which will be very, very useful overall. I'm really happy with this party setup. I think that this is going to do exactly what I need it to do. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Liches perform in the late game. If I end up getting 5 of the 50% element resists items, if I end up getting 5 of those, or if I end up getting a bunch of them on hats and things like that I can't use on the Minotaurs, it's going to be really funny because these two are kind of made for the purpose of not needing that item. That legendary is great for them, but they can get really good resistances without needing it. Whereas most other characters are gonna struggle to they're gonna struggle with the fact that like you can't get like plus all elements. Basically, if you get a plus all elements item, then you're also gonna need like self resistance and stuff like that. So, yeah. I do think that it's funny that the Liches are immune to light magic. I think it would be kind of... Honestly, I like the idea of having dark magic be tied to the self magics and the elemental magics being tied to light magic. Personally, I could see an easy world where you just reverse those two and then they'd be immune to dark magic instead because they're immune to the magic of the body. Because, I mean, the self magics are called self magics, right? Like, they are intrinsically, on some level, selfish. Also, the inside of your body is very dark because there's no light in there. Whereas fire, there's a lot of light. There's a lot of light involved in fire. There's also a lot of there's a lot in the air. And you might go, oh, well, but Earth doesn't have a lot of light because it's underground. And it's like, well, have you gone deep enough underground? If you go deep enough, that shit's very bright, actually. You just need to go deeper. Look, that sounds like a medical problem that you should probably get resolved. Maybe like radioactive decontamination might be in order. Things. Oh, we actually might get to 7. I don't think we're gonna get to 7 because I think it's just these. I think this is the. Did we clear this whole fucking thing already? Another thing that would be useful to test for for doing a run like this, if you were planning on doing it in a somewhat more serious manner than the way that I'm doing it right now, something to bear in mind is that I'm currently going through based off of how many zones you need to complete. So that's how I'm making my decisions on which places to go to first. One thing that's of important of note is I think Might and Magic 6 is probably the place to go to first. Either way, like no matter what else, Might and Magic 6 is probably the first place to go. However, I think there is an argument for the idea that there might actually be, because of how tiny the zones are, because of how tiny the Emerald Island zones are, it's possible that Daggerwound Island plus Ravenshore is actually more experience than Emerald Island plus the other place. But honestly, because of how many quests there are in Emerald Island, I don't think so. I think that because of how many quests there are there, I think that there's going to be more EXP available between between Emerald Island, the two dungeons, which also give us dungeon completion experience, and and then Harmondale, right? We have like 4 places that we need to clear before we leave. There's almost no way that isn't the highest experience opening. Compared to having to clear just Daggerwound Islands and Ravenshore. I could be wrong there. I don't think I'm wrong. Alright, there aren't any quests that I can do without going into a dungeon or another area, so weirdly enough, we're done here, actually. We've finished New Sorpigal. Holy shit, we're done with New Sorpigal. So, we're going to save this under, what is this? Sorpigal done. And we've managed to clear out all of New Sorpigal's islands. We have a few skill points lying around. We need to pick up Disarm Trap. We need to, because I think we'll need Disarm Trap. We'll need it eventually. Do we need to get it? Do we need to get it now, though? I don't know that we do need to get it now. I think that we can hold off, because I don't think there's any traps in Daggerwood Islands, right? Are there any? I don't think so. I don't think there's any traps in Daggerwood Islands proper. Either way, I can just pick up the skill there. So, do I have any spells that I want to pick up before I leave? No, I think I'm going to hold off on spending any of this money. We're going to hold off on this. We're not coming back to New Sorpigal for a while. So it is tempting to get some of that stuff done. I also need to be very careful with the respawning enemies here. I'm not going to be able to when I leave here, I'm not going to be able to come back for a while. So there's no skill trainers at all in Might Magic 7 until I clear 3 dungeons, one of which has a dragon in it. But I think it'll be fine. I think we're chill. We're gonna just pop over here. Okay. We're gonna go. Actually, one thing that we should pick up is Identify Monster, which our ranger should be able to do very effectively. So, right? Like, if you don't have Identify Monster Grandmaster, what are you doing with your life? You don't. Okay. So, I don't know what these fountains do. This is 15 temporary intellect. That's interesting. That's actually potentially very valuable. So, let's take a look also at what our bolster looks like. So, we have 6.6 from Might Magic 6. Bolster level is only half of that for some reason. So, we only have 3 bolster levels? Well, that's unfortunate. What was I doing here? This is the wrong place.
Walk ahead.
There's an Adventurers Guild here. We have quests here. We are going to do the quests as soon as we can. We're not going to hold off on those. Yellow Barrel, we will give to you.
Keen for some training?
Okay. We can pick up Arms Master, Dissension, and stuff like that at some point if we decide we need to. But for now, that's a no. Okay, Portals, Intellect on a character that will never be able to use it. I'm a dope, don't mind me. I am not going to reload for that, I just think it's funny. So GM regen is here. We will never be getting that this run, which is too bad. Do you have the idol? I do not. We need to go to the Temple of the Snake for that. Okay. It's unfortunate not having a shaman who can just eat all of the barrels, huh? Okay, so Orange Barrel, Intellect. Who is our int caster? You are a paladin, so definitely not you. Weirdly, maybe I should just put the int on Severia, because I think Severia is a dedicated intelligence caster. Eventually. Endurance, we are going to put on whoever has the lowest endurance, which is currently Commonaton. And what's next? House of Reshi. We already went in here, right? We did not. Expert Air Magic is here. Interesting. Expert Leather is here. That's potentially useful. GM Spear is here. That'll be useful eventually. Okay. Yellow Fever. Earth. Alright.
Tombs of knowledge here.
Tombs of knowledge here. Such a bizarre pronunciation. Alright. So we have haste available. We have jump. We have wizard. Ooh, we have wizard eye available. Should I pick up wizard eye? I don't think I'm going to pick up wizard eye until someone demands it. Let's see here. Stone skin. Stone skin's very good. That's going to be very, very useful. But we're not going to pick it up yet because we don't have the ability to use it right now. So this is the temple, right? Okay, this is the clan leader hall. So do we need to get Frederick Talamir for this? We don't, right? Let's find a way off these zones. Okay, so we have that quest. Now, we have a shit ton of people here. On the plus side, the party that we have at our disposal right now is a Commonaton-based party with Kortal, Severia, a little bit lacking in terms of overall empathy in the party, so we don't need to worry quite as much about the NPCs staying alive. That's convenient for us. Unfortunately, I just realized we don't have an SP increasing thing, and we don't have enough mana to cast Water Walking right now. So that's a concern. That is a shit ton of enemies over here. This is going to be a very difficult setup, but luckily we don't have to deal with it. So if we just pop in here, we should be able to take out this regenerating Corsair. And I'm not going to worry about the NPCs here. Do these enemies continuously respawn forever? Is that a thing that we've established? Is there some way to make them stop respawning? Because I'm actually not sure how I should handle this. I think maybe don't need to kill the respawns, but can if I want, maybe? It has an impact on things. Because the, oh shit. I think we should be fine to take a few of these. Oh, so if I kill enough of these, they will stop respawning eventually? Interesting. I probably won't bother with that. Is the map limit for, like, how many can spawn in total, not how many, like, are spawned at a time? I think I should probably peel off to go do, to go save, because we've just cleared out a boss, and I'm not going to worry as much about NPCs on this playthrough as I do normally. Again, like, part of the reason is because it makes my life more difficult, but most of the reason is because, like, aesthetically it feels weird to, you know, have that failure to save people. However, this is a party that wouldn't be attempting to save people in the first place necessarily. They're kind of just doing their thing. Kamanaton isn't not benevolent, but Kamanaton is really more of a mad scientist than a hero. Kamanaton is more of anything, actually, than a hero, pretty much. But Sortira is not... Honestly, it's hard to say. It's been a while since I've been writing for Sortira. Sortira would probably not be super happy with the idea of civilian casualties, but is also not like her motivation isn't to be a hero. Her motivation is more like community oriented. Ooh, shit! Okay. Severia is a sociopath. Is that true? Is it fair to refer to Severia as a sociopath? I don't think it is, honestly, because sociopathy is kind of like a mental disorder. Severia isn't a sociopath. She behaves as if she's a sociopath, but I don't think she actually is a sociopath. She's capable, I think, of recognizing the humanity of others and acts the way that she does despite that. That's the way that I would describe Severia. Severia is not a sociopath. She's much worse than a sociopath, in my mind. She's a member of the feudal aristocracy. She's way worse than a sociopath. Alright. So we're going to be able to get a lot of loot here. This is the one advantage that you get from the Might and Magic 8 start, is that you get a lot of loot really quick without even really needing to, like,
We don't need this.
do a lot. So that's a really useful thing about this start point. I'm not going to worry about those for right now. We've got a boss here. I'm going to try to... Ooh, I'm not going to be able to make it. We're just going to pull these to the boat. There's a boat over here. We're going to pull them to the boat. And we don't want them to join in on that other pack either. This might be why these didn't respawn, is because this one's here. So there's a Reflecting Corsair here. We don't have a ton of elemental damage, but we do need to be aware of this. You have a shit ton of elemental damage. We need to unequip you. I could... That's actually very scary. I just realized... Oh, there's a leech here too. Oh, we're dead. We're fully dead. Where's the leech? There's the leech. Alright, we need to temporarily move that off for this fight. So we probably would have been fine there if not for the fact that I forgot about the elemental damage on my axe. And wait, did I didn't loot these and then save? I saved and then looted? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I guess I looted the first set of them and then... Alright, let's go save because I didn't mean to multi-loot here. I don't want to. I don't like to loot a bunch of enemies and then reload afterward, because it makes me feel like I'm kind of like fishing for better loot. Even if I'm not explicitly doing that, like if that's not my intention, it still ends up being a thing that happens. Because if I loot it and then I see, holy shit, I got something crazy off of this. I'm much more likely to immediately go save, rather than if I loot it and, don't get anything. So as a result of that, I want to counteract that by manually adjusting my behavior to compensate. We actually have a shit ton of money available to us here, which is great. We're going to have so much cash to head into the next section with. We're going to be able to probably get at least a couple more levels, and we should be able to get all of our skills where we need them to be. Is this the reflector or the leech? I think this is the reflector, right? Yes. So this is the reflector. We're going to burn down these, and I'm actually going to try putting this onto you. Just to see how it goes. Because I don't know how much I can. Okay, I'm not going to lifesteal anywhere near enough to make this viable, so we're just going to unequip it for now. So we're just swapping our gear out. Interestingly enough, we're still hurting ourselves, presumably because of the body effect, the life drain.
I don't know.
The Reflecting Corsair should be down soon. That one's down. And we're going to pick up the... In the morning, we'll pick up the other skills we need. I think this is going to spawn the ads. Maybe not. This one's moving fast. Okay, the Buccaneer is still stuck. We have a control cube. let's go. We're going to go save, and then we'll go look at what item dropped off of that boss. So we have a couple of bosses in this pack, one of which is Adamantite. That Adamantite might be basically invulnerable. Regen spell points over time, armor class, and speed. That is solid. I think
I can't identify.
the person that I most want to put it onto is actually my Death Knight. Weirdly enough. Because, at least for right this moment, we're going to swap this onto the Death Knight for right this moment. We're going to turn off... Oh, we already have regen on. Okay, yes. We don't need to do this yet, sorry. I got it inverse as to which one was going to have which effects. So, we're going to put that onto the person with preservation. That's a pretty huge buff to their durability for this section. We're not going to be doing our shopping until morning. It's pretty late. And by pretty late, I mean it's too late. It's after 5 by now. We had the opportunity to go do a bunch of shopping when I had $6 grand, but I just didn't want to, so we don't. Let's see. We do have the boss on us. I'm going to go drag these over here. I could do this probably without the boats, but it would be fairly slow to do it that way, and I'm content to do this with the boats. It won't require nearly as much reloading, and we can get through this really early section faster this way, I think. Okay, the leech is here. We need to start burning down the leech. The leech is not in melee range. I need to get further away or closer, one of the two. And we're actually going to die here. I think. Yep, we're gonna die. We're not far enough away at this spot. I could potentially get further away over here. And it's gonna eventually come to me. This leech is gonna be a problem. Okay, the leech is actually on top of us now, which is interesting. It's now stuck in the boat.
Can someone heal me?
It's not stuck in the boat, it just got on the boat. I was hoping that it was stuck in the boat. If it was stuck in the boat, I might have been able to actually pull that out. Okay, we're going to pull fewer enemies here. The leech is actually way more dangerous than I was giving it credit for. This buccaneer is going to allow the others to spawn again. And they haven't done it yet. I'm going to pull these by walking here, I think. I don't know how many we're going to pull at once. Looks like not very many right now. We don't have the boss. So, for now, this is fairly straightforward. We are in the green, so we'll save. They're moving away from me. They're moving toward those lizard men that are in the water. Gotcha. I just got blasted by a meteor swarm. That's cool and awesome for me. Okay. Okay. And these things we don't even need to identify, which is nice. There's also way more of it.
Could sell it.
There's no room.
Alright. So that chest might be really clutch. We have, it looks like just the boss here. So let's pull the boss over to the boat. And my hope is to be able to just single target the boss and kill it before it kills me. You're using the wrong weapon. The fact that I was using the wrong weapon there for a bit is potentially going to kill me. It is definitely going to kill me. Yeah, alright. If I had the right weapon equipped, I probably would have been fine there, and then I didn't equip the right weapon. We are too close to the spawn point for that. We need to swap you back. We're not dealing with a reflector anymore. And is that the boss? That's the boss. Alright. So we basically are looking for the boss to immediately put itself in a good position for us to hit it as soon as it gets in range to start leeching off of us. And to burst it down instantly. That's the basic goal here. So it came into range pretty quick. It is moving around a bit, which could potentially cause problems for me. We did just kill a Buccaneer, which is not good for me. And
What is it?
this Corsair is not quite dead. We missed a couple of hits to targeting other things. We had less than full HP at the start, but it's going to be a difficult pull right now, even in optimal circumstances. So what we're going to do is we are going to ignore this for now because we have other things that we can do. We're going to go over here. We're going to take a look at this. It is now almost 6 o'clock, which is actually really early. I didn't pick up a bunch of materials to get this done because I'm a dope. Expert Disarm Trap is here. We do need to get that done here. We cannot afford to wait. We need to get an antidote. Master Identify Item. Master Identify is here. Huh, interesting. Anointed Herb Potion. Okay. So we're just going to walk over here and start aggroing these. And we'll hopefully aggro them in small enough chunks to... What the hell are you doing? My Magic 8 has really weird, like, aggro mechanics. Alright. So we should be able to clear these out without too much difficulty. We got another long dagger. I don't think I can get expert dagger here, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll be able to get expert dagger soon. Should I just dive? I'm gonna just dive. Okay, Corsair's down. Alright. Okay. Save it up. Okay. We have a spear here. Spear with pretty decent stats. A might ring. Very solid boots. Those have int and luck on them. I'll go ahead and throw those onto Sortira for now, I guess, because Sortira is the only caster who can use it, because they're boots. So we'll go ahead and throw that on. We should be massively more powerful by the time we finish here. The one disadvantage that the Might Magic 6 start has is that there's way less loot.
There's no room.
Like, there's a few different chests there, but I think each chest tends to have less stuff in it. And, I could be wrong. Is there less loot? I guess it's just that the map is bigger, so the loot is more spread out. I don't actually know that the loot is overall less.
Powerful this is.
Let's see. We don't have the spear skill yet. So we have a might ring that gives fire resistance. We'll just throw that on you for the hell of it. It's only a +1. I don't need to worry about it. Let's see. We're going to be coming back here almost never, actually, because this is not the place that we're going to teleport back to. So do we actually want to get Master ID item here? I mean, we do, but we can't afford it because we also need to get Expert Disarm. Do we have to... I think we might have to talk to Frederick Talamir before this turns on. Let's see. I'm gonna just walk over to the next one, I think. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that first. So we're just gonna water walk over there. We're gonna need a few seconds with this on to be able to do it. Let's see. We need to get up to 20 again, I think. I could try, like, jumping across, but I don't really want to. Wow, your region is so slow. Okay, we got... We're probably going to get 2 levels out of this, would be my guess. But we might get more. Because of the fact that we're not actually completing any quests in 6... 6 actually has a way lower EXP value than you might expect for how many enemies you're killing. Because there's just no quests at the very beginning. I guess there's one. You turn in the letter. But is the letter even worth experience? I think the letter wasn't even worth experience. Let's see here. Am I willing to turn off water walking? No. I'm going to leave water walking on because I might need to leave. So we've managed to aggro these. We're going to basically just kite these around. We're not going to go into the water to kite them because that was a first playthrough strat that we don't need to duplicate this time, I don't think. I think we're more powerful this time. We should be able to just go out to the sea and come back, but actually be, you know, using more normal hit and run tactics as opposed to just standing on the corner. Why don't I have preservation anymore? When did I turn that off? When I was jumping. Okay, that was a billion years ago that I turned that off. Okay. Whoops. Unfortunately, if I don't... I'm not willing to use the peasants as actual, like, fodder. That is a bridge too far. This is not an evil party. This is just a, like, reasonably thoughtless party. Well, okay, some people in this party are definitely evil.
Help me.
Why? That was weird. I couldn't, like, get back onto the water for some reason for a second there. Maybe there was an enemy behind me. Okay, so... how are we going to handle this? There really are quite a few of you.
Help me.
I'm really missing a lot. Do I have Bless active? I do have Bless active. Like, goddamn. I'm missing so often. I wonder what level these are. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save. Let's save under danger since we are kind of in a battle scenario. So this would be something that we could do just by standing in the water. I don't want to do that. I think part of the reason that range attacks were added to enemies on the see, I can't get in the water. I have to jump to get in the water. Oh, is that the edge of the map? That's the edge of the map. Okay. Okay. That explains a lot. That explains it perfectly. Okay. Just doing some cheeky hit and run.
What is it?
Nothing too crazy. I'm curious how much HP these have. I really want to pick up Identify Monster. Let's see. Do I have another island that has fewer of these that I can worry about? I think I might want to go to... Is this? There's an island that's visible over there that doesn't actually exist on the map because it's off the map. I was wondering about that island. Alright, so is that another island that doesn't exist? I think so. Can I jump up there? I might be able to jump up there. Alright, so admirals, I think I can fight now. This thing can probably like obliterate me. I think this is like level 100. So I'm absolutely not meant to fight this thing. We're gonna see if we can figure out a way to make it work. So, if it only uses ranged attacks, then it'll hit the wall. I think we're set. Okay. So we're taking out Admiral Clausewitz. No problem whatsoever. Easy game, easy life. Remember how much trouble I was having with these fucking things when I came here way later in the game? Admiral Clausewitz is down. We're now eligible for level 8. Let's go. 214 gold and nothing else. I like it. Let's see here. We need to get a little bit more SP on you. You are a leecher. So there's more than one leecher that I have in my future. It's actually really early. This is concerning. The it's not even midnight yet, and I'm already like kind of running out of stuff to do that's easy. Like I'm running out of like the low-hanging fruit. We have a few things we can pick off here, potentially. I'd like to just dive in, grab a couple I think that's how I'm going to handle this. We're gonna do this full hit and run. We're not going to try to do any melee kiting here because we just don't have good enough accuracy to make it consistent. So we're just going to pop in, we're going to hit an enemy, and we're going to run away. Is that meaningfully different from using the water the way that I was using it before? Yes, because it's slower. Does that make it better or less cheesy? No, it doesn't. Slower is not less cheesy. But if we then transition it into a melee kite when the enemies are pretty split up, is it less cheesy? A little bit. I think it's a little bit less cheesy if we do the melee kite periodically. Alright, let's pop out. We've got a little bit of more damage there. I do think that there's a fairly large difference between popping in for a melee kite and then using the fact that we can always escape versus just standing a little bit outside of their range. I think those are different things in terms of style, if nothing else. We are going to save it up, and we will start working on you, maybe? These two are... It takes them a while to consolidate, so now that the pack is smaller, I can potentially... Okay, the Corsair is dead. I think I should be fine. Alright, we're golden. Alright, so we're in the green. This pack was way easier than last time because we had the ability to teleport away. We had the ability to teleport away before, but that didn't really help us that much compared to being able to just walk away. And the I think we're substantially stronger relative to them than we were last time, and there was a boss in this pack last time. This pack had a boss in it that was causing us a wee bit of trouble. But we've cleared out a good portion of this place. We're eligible for 8. I'm hoping... Let's take a look at what our thing is. Bolster level in 7 is 4 now. So we'll get 4 extra levels. Plus... Okay, yeah, I think there's more loot here. There's 4 chests here. I think there's more loot in this 7 zone than there is in New Sorpigal. Even if you don't count the multi-spawns. Okay, this is a halberd. That's a spear type. We have a rogue's cutlass here. We have another dagger. This is great. As soon as we get expert dagger, we can dual wield those to great effect. We have a power stone for one of the things.
It's worthless.
We have a 24 AC shield. And I do need to be picking up random reagents. Think about it. Okay, cure disease, an int-ring. Int-ring doesn't really do much for us at the moment. Though it does do a little bit, now that I think about it. You, I think, scale with int and personality for your mana. You currently have more int. And there's some other effect that I forgot about. But personality, we will focus on you exclusively because you are going to be my primary healer eventually. Expert Merchant. I forgot that Expert Merchant was here. Expert Plate is here too. Oh shit, that is interesting. And Expert Body Magic is available as well. Let's see here. Sure, we'll go with that. How are we doing? So if I walk on this, will it repair? Yes. Okay, this is a fire resistance pedestal. There is a game here somewhere. And we need to grab the alchemy reagents that are lying around as well, probably. I didn't grab any of the ones in New Sorpigal because I was like, I'm not going to fill my entire party or my entire inventory with random bullshit again, and just completely forgot that I actually need them for this. Yellow barrel is accuracy. We'll give that to you. Purple barrel is speed. Speed we want to give potentially to... I'll just give speed to whoever has the lowest speed. Speed is something that's useful for everybody. Another purple barrel. Everybody's probably pretty similar in that regard. No. I'll put that to you just to not give it to commodity twice. So we have a Master Arms Master Trainer here. And Expert Bodybuilding is right here. So, do we have enough to get Expert Bodybuilding in somebody? No. The three that we got is not sufficient to tag us up to Expert. The fact that there's a Body Magic Expert here is interesting, though, because that does mean that the order of operations for training those, you should definitely not get Expert Body in the first area unless you need it. Like, it's necessary for regen, so definitely do it on one character, but doing it on two characters is probably wasteful. Let's see. It's now midnight. We have not picked up the quest to give people the Cure Disease scrolls for some reason. Which person gives us that quest? Is it someone here? Is it someone in the second? I thought it was someone in the main town, but I thought I had talked to the people in the main town. Huh. I'm going to go back to the main town. We're going to just wander around looking for... Oh, actually, before we do that, we're going to kill this admiral. We're probably going to die on our first attempt. I think we got pretty lucky.
That was
I probably could have survived that, actually. I didn't need to reload for that. But I did it, so... So soon. Right. I think it's currently blocked. So we should be able to take down Admiral Nelson. It is funny that these are all admirals. There's no, like, captains. And I don't think it's unusual for an admiral, particularly for a pirate fleet admiral, to be on a ship. By the way, I think it was fairly normal for admirals to have a fleet that they're in charge of, but to also have a ship that they are specifically de facto the captain of. I don't know if they had the title of captain or if they retained the title of admiral, even relating to their ship. Obviously, the title of admiral is a higher title, so if you're referring to someone... Anyway, mechanically, not relevant, really. Anyway, I think that it makes sense that there would be a group of admirals that are in charge of this blockade, because I think that this was like a fairly important line of attack and whatnot. So, is there a chest or anything on this island? I don't remember if there's anything of value here other than the teleporter itself. Right, we need to... I shouldn't have gone through that teleporter. Let's see here. We need to get away from there, because I don't want the front line to change until I'm ready to interact with it. So, Prophecy of the Snake. This is Rites of Passage, which we can't go into for a few hours. Okay. 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 So we just had to talk to him about this. And... there's another admiral over here. Let's deal with this admiral. Oh, never mind. This isn't. This is a captain. Were there two admirals and a captain? I thought the first one was an admiral too. Could have been wrong. It has been known to happen. Allegedly. Alright. So, we're going to take out Captain Zyrane here. And then I think that's the three captains dealt with. Or the three named enemies, anyway. And then we have the boss we have two bosses to kill. We have one on a little island all to itself. Which, that boss, I don't know if there's anything we're going to be able to do about it other than to just fight it from the water, to be perfectly honest. That is a... excuse me. That's a pretty... It's a leecher. And I think that island doesn't have anything on it. I don't think there's anything to do on that island other that I could, like, use as a, you know, less simple way of cheesing it. So because of the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to cheese it, and I don't think there's a more reasonable way to do it, I might want to do something like that. I don't know. Let's see. I'm now eligible for 10. Holy shit. So, how are we doing on bolster? We have 7 bolster levels in my Magic 7 now. That's really solid. So, all of the enemies are going to be worth 7... are going to be, like, worth more experience. 7 levels worth of which... can I get in the middle of this? Is this the... is the obelisk in the middle of this? Because if it is, I'm going to struggle to get in there, I think. Do I want to try to jump to the top of that? Is it possible to? It is on the map. The top of this is on the map. So I could try doing this. Just periodically jump to speed things up. Funnily enough, we're not even going to have to actually do anything to kill time in particular, because we just have stuff to do, which is nice. We've cleared out all of the captains. We have to grab the quest for the poison stuff, for the disease. We have a bunch of cure disease scrolls that were given to us that we need for the quest. So Summer Day. So this is the obelisk. That's nice. So we've tagged this obelisk. I do not have Featherfall, so I can't just, like, cast that and jump down. I have to be a little bit more careful. There we go. So, we made it down. We'll just save this under the normal test save. We're almost at 4 o'clock, and we have an island here that I'm going to just look at. The building isn't here yet, and I think this is the first area that we are going to just do a full-on water kill. We won't be doing this a lot. It's not my intention to do a lot. I guess I could try to drag them through that. That could be kind of fun. Okay, unfortunately I took some damage from the leecher there. And it's not in range to hit.
No match for me.
So, we'll see how this goes. Luckily, while it's not in range to hit, it's not doing too much to us. It's fairly slow. But it's not just not in range to hit, it's actually significant distance away from us, so... I could try to get to a location where I can more effectively tag it. Which might be a good idea. On the plus side, because I have to be at like my max range for this anyway, or pretty close to it, in theory, it won't be dealing as much damage to me as the other one was. The other one was much closer to me, and I think that it does continue to escalate as it gets closer past the point of my melee range. Are you in range? You're not in range. Alright.
Got him.
Okay, we're gonna pull out. Unfortunately, we're pretty low, and we've only killed a few of these. Is it 5 o'clock? It's 5 o'clock. We're gonna go train. Because we can. And maybe once we've trained, we'll be able to do more here. The Leecher is... I don't think the Leecher does it based off of percent of your max HP. I think the Leechers do it based off of their own power level. So, I think I'll be able to, I think I'll be able to pull through. Let's see, anything that we need to do before we level up? I don't honestly think so. I think we're fine.
Aim for some training. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Wild that we're getting 4 levels. 4 frickin' levels all at once. Alright, we might or might not get some more levels here. We'll just have to see. We have the ability to get Expert Leather right now, so I think we're going to go ahead and do it. That was one of the things on the map, right? Expert Leather was over here somewhere. Somebody had Expert Leather, right? Expert Leather is here, okay. So we have quite a lot of things we can pick up here. I don't think I want Expert Leather with Olrin. I want Olrin using Chain. We are going to pick up Body Magic Expert, because that's a thing we can do. We're going to pick up... I think we're going to pick up just as many of the Magic Experts as we can here. I think there's also an Earth Magic Expert. So we're going to pick that up. Perception Expert was in Sorpigal. We need Plate Expert. That's a thing we can do here. Excellent. We have Bodybuilding Expert here. You already have it. Alright. You are definitely taking it. I don't care. Leather Expert is tempting, but we have other priorities that might supersede it. I'd like to get Identify Master right now. If I can get Identify Master right now, then... Let's see.
I can't repair.
The That would be very valuable. But I also need to get expert disarm, and I don't even have disarm trained yet. So I'm not super interested in doing solo runs in these kinds of games because to me the thing that I most enjoy about these games is the party building, the interactivity between the different party members. It's also part of the reason that I think I'm less interested in spellcasters, because spellcasters have less interesting synergies with each other compared to the way that buffing and skills and things like that interact with a melee party. Spellcasters are more sort of like self-fixated, right? They kind of just do the thing that they do. The other spellcasters are not really meaningfully interacting with them on a mechanical level. Obviously, they support each other in the sense that some of them are providing different effects than others. Some of them are better in different situations. But party composition, I think, has more interesting mechanics to it with a melee party, and to an extent with like a ranged party as well. But like a what you call it? But yeah. So that's my general thing. That's my assumption on why it is that I lose interest in casters so quickly, is just kind of like the self-interested nature of them. But in terms of a solo run, like I've done like a solo cleric run of some of this stuff at some point. I just don't find it that interesting. It was part of the reason that I avoided my Magic 8 for so long, actually. It's just because you start out with one party member, and then the other party members don't feel as core to the party because of the fact that you're picking them up over time as opposed to starting with them. And so the ability to choose the entire party at the start makes Might and Magic 8 interesting for me, basically. I was not going to do that. I was explicitly not going to do that. We're reloading. I don't care. We're not doing that. We're not doing leather. Not yet. Expert Earth. Do we want to do that? Yes, but that requires that we train the skill. I apologize. Generally, I'll just let something like that slide, but we're actually far enough in the thing now that I can't really afford to let that slide. We don't have enough...
Fine relics and curios.
space to play with. So, what is it that I needed for you? I need Disarm Trap. We have Mana Shield as an option. We don't need it. You already have Repair. You have Identify. You can get Enlightenment, which is kind of funny. Do I have enough money to waste on this? I will. I'll waste the money on Enlightenment. I don't care. We're going to pick up... literally useless at the moment, but...
Tombs of knowledge here.
Tombs of knowledge here. We're going to pick up Water and Earth, and I'm not going to pick up any of these on you. Is there anything of Earth that I find interesting? Stone Skin is very useful. So we also need Earth Resist. Water, we have Water Walking, which we do not need to pick up. We have Water Resistance. Air, we have Jump already. We're going to pick up Air Resistance. I'm not going to pick up Wizard Eye yet. I'm tempted to just hold off on picking up a bunch of this stuff and just let myself pick some of this stuff up naturally. Because low-level spells, you kind of just find a bunch of them over the course of the game. This could be kind of fun, but probably not that interesting. I think I am going to pick up Haste. So we have Stone Skin and Haste. We won't be able to learn Haste on this island, I don't think. But my hope is that we'll be able to get expert fire in the next location. And identify monster. I don't know where the expert trainer for that is. It's tempting to put some points in identify monster just so that I have them. So who is the person that gives us the quest I'm looking for? There's also an Archomage champion thing here, right? So I should be doing the Archomage plays. Also, we have the stuff on our wagons that we can sell.
Have a seat. We'll be right with you.
Okay. Disarm trap. We don't need to learn stealing, I don't think. I don't see much reason to do that. Okay, we have expert body building and expert disarm available. We have expert body building here. We have spirit expert available. We have repair item expert available. I should probably get this up to 4. But I don't know that I need to do it right this moment. Okay, saving the game. We're going to do some Archomage. Dun, 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 dun. I should have done my play again card first. That was dumb of me. Let's see here. You lose 3 gems to do 7 tower damage. Seems like an easy choice. We can go ahead and get our play again card. And if we had one more recruit, we could kill. So, unfortunately, it's not lethal, but it is pretty damn good damage. I gain an extra 3 recruits from this, which I like. And I am actually going to do the more aggressive play rather than the safe play. We are going to keep doing the aggressive play. And 4 damage to enemy towers, that's lethal. Boom, done. Perfect. So, we now have Disarm Trap up to 4. We can get that to expert immediately, question mark? Someone over here, maybe? And do we want to get identify item to master? Can we get identify item to master? We need 5 plus 6 plus 7 is 18 skill points. If we can get a single extra level, which I think there's a decent chance we can. We actually have quests to turn in. We might be able to do this immediately. But yes, we should be able to get identify item up to master now. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to prioritize that. This character is purely pumping our skills up. Who has the lowest endurance now? Still Commoditon. Funny stuff. And it's actually going to be a while before Commoditon is able to... Do you need Leather Master, or do you need... You need Dodging Master. So, good to know. Oh, okay. Hey, Hazelin, how's it going? Alright, so this means that I can get this quest done now. GM Regen, Mirror Air Magic. Anything else that I need to invest into? I'm not sure what I want to invest in with Commoditon, because I don't know what's available when. So I am going to hold off on Commoditon for now. You can get... We can get Expert Plate immediately. Let's go tag the quests that we have and get ourselves the skill increase as well. Let's do that. How much mana do you have? You have exactly 40. So you don't have any SP gain with your level, it looks like. So expert, expert. Everybody is an expert, right? Yes. So everybody's an expert bodybuilder. Okay, I think we have all of the things that we need. I don't think we need more than what we've got. So Master Arms Master, we can't do yet. Couldn't get expert where we just were, so there would be no benefit to that. Expert plate. And we're actually getting low on cash. We're down to $1 grand. Right, I forgot to do the yellow fever thing. Okay. Yellow fever epidemic is over. And we can now go to where? Did we have another skill to pick up here? We did. Expert body magic. Do we want to pick that up with you? Yes, we do. We already spent the points for it. So we are going to... Are we going to do this and zero out our... Holy shit! We're eligible for 12? Holy shit. This newbie zone actually might have so many quests in it that it outpaces... Between this zone and the next zone, it might actually outpace Might and Magic 7. Especially... I think I got a lot of experience for the 3 pirates. Those 3 pirate captains might have given me so much experience that it makes more sense to do 7 before I do 8, because there's just so much experience to be had in this zone that between this and pumping up the next one. Okay, we do have the ingredients. Nice. So this is just like a waste of a potion, right? Yeah, this is still the potion that was deleted. We're now eligible for 13. We don't have enough gold for expert disarm. Whoops. And that's fine. Okay, though. Let's see. We should be a little bit stronger now. Do we want to go for you first, or do we want to go... Let's go for the... Let's go for the ones on this island. Let's go for the island ones first. I think that makes sense. So we'll tag the ones on the island here. Get this cleared. I guess I shouldn't have leveled when I did. I should have just waited until I had turned in all these quests. I wasn't expecting it to be 3 levels. Quite a lot of EXP. Alright, we are just going to do a water pull here for now. I don't know where the thing is. The boss. The boss is over there and actually not aggro. So we should be able to... I think some of these will be able to get in range of us, and that's fine. But we'll just clear these out. And not worry about it too much. Even though that other one, the boss isn't aggroed, it doesn't actually make that big of a difference, because I can't kite these without aggroing the boss. I'd have to get onto the island to kite these. So I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just do some minor water plays. That's not great. I think one of those bodies fell in the water. I don't know how. Nah, that probably was a boater doing something weird. Alright. If I checked Ravenshore and what's available there... Did I just get plate armor? I think I might have just gotten plate armor. Okay, we are in the green. We have confirmation that the this island is big enough to get in the green while enemies are in play. And I'm gonna try to just take this down before... What are they doing? Why are they not attacking? Okay, this is not my fault.
Is it?
The fact that they were not hitting me is not my fault, okay? Let's be clear here. I did not do something to break them. They broke themselves. But yeah, unfortunately, that does indicate to me that if this thing's actually attacking me, I can't possibly like kill it. Like, I can't fight this thing naturally.
I've never seen it.
Okay, it's at half-life. I'm well below half-life. Okay, we're gonna go over here and see if we can get the other one out of range. Oh, you know what I need? I need regen.
I'm wounded.
I don't need regen. I need water walking a lot more than I need regen. Okay, we're gonna go over here. We are going to basically save the game, and we're going to check our loot. Because we're still at the point where a couple of like individual pieces of gear can really just change the whole dynamic of the whole playthrough. Like a couple pieces of gear, like one good weapon, can change everything. This is +5 endurance. I like it. Who has the lowest endurance right now? You have the lowest endurance right now. Who needs endurance the most, though? Honestly, I think Ulrin needs the most endurance. Because Ulrin is the one who is the most critical to keep up because of the thinger. Is there anything I can do to speed up the process of... Wait. Oh, right! I have Expert on you, too! I forgot about that. I actually have 2 characters who can kind of heal. It's crazy. Alright. We need a little bit more HP than we have right now. We're eligible for 13. Are we going to get 14? I don't think we're going to get eligibility for 14. We can return to Aislan. That might give us experience. We might have already gotten the experience for that. What time is it? It's 8 a.m. We're going to try to clear this one first before we grab a level. And we're gonna hope that we can. If we can clear this thing out on this next attempt, that would be very, very useful. Oh, that's a problem. That single hit cost us the battle. That's very funny. Because we actually did so much damage there that we would have been fine if not for that hit on that particular target. That's not necessarily true. If it had gone on Kortal, we would have risked losing the water walking. But it would just would have been a risk of losing the water walking. It wouldn't be like a guaranteed preservation death. Okay, we're set. We got a mace and we got a long dagger, both of which are weapons, and weapons are very useful. So, this is a elemental weapon. This is a swift weapon. This is probably not that crazy outside of its actual like damage value, which I think is a little better than what we've got. This one is kind of garbage. So, let's see. Is this one also kind of garbage? Yep. I mean, compared to this crazy fucking cutlass that we have. Okay, so we've cleared this one out. This is a barrel of some sort. This is a yellow barrel. We can go ahead and just tag that onto Severia. We are giving Severia all of the accuracy stuff for now. It's not necessarily a great idea. It depends on the way that the dagger thing interacts with the other stuff. I guess this just gives increased crit percentage. So it depends on the way that crit chance legendaries interact with accuracy. They might stack multiplicatively and they might stack additively. I just don't know. But definitely Severia is going to need to be the one to take the that legendary if I find it on this playthrough. So Aislinn is in the middle somewhere. This where Aislinn is? No, this is Tisk's Husk. Not Tisk's Husk. Let's see. This is Aislinn? Maybe? Yeah. Okay. How are we doing? Yes, we get the experience for it when we do the last person, not when we turn it. So that quest is done, but we are going to probably cap out at level 13 here. We're going to go ahead and just train now, because that will allow us to get our final stuff in order before we deal with the last enemies. Because I think the last enemies here are just these ones right here. And yeah, we're making pretty good progress. We're about to head to Might and Magic 7, which is going to be an interesting area. In Might and Magic 7 is going to be the first area that we have the ability to kind of freely enter dungeons and shit. I think that's going to be very funny. But I guess we're not doing it that soon, though, because we do still have to finish the exterior of Ravenshore. The Ravenshore exterior needs to not just be entered, we need to actually finish it. So we actually have quite a ways. So that's going to happen. We're not going to be able to finish that until tomorrow. So we did not get the disarm trap expertise because we didn't have the money for it, but we have plenty of money for it now. So that, identify mastery. We have 33 skill points on you to play with. I don't know what I'm going to be needing to invest into necessarily. But I think what I'm going to do for now... There's not that many skills that I need to invest in for this character. So we're going to get these two set. I think I'm going to get Unholy set. This will allow me also, if I have a really high damage item that has no enchantment on it, I can slap a thing on it. I can slap Vampiric on it, which would be nice. Like, this is actually a good target for that. Oh, right. The spear that we have that's really good should actually go on to you, probably. Minus 52%. Interesting. We're still going to want to do it. So basically, we're going to move this onto you, and we're going to move the axe onto the Death Knight. Because the Death Knight doesn't need the skill. So we're going to also... Wait, do we have enough money for this? I'm not going to invest the money into doing that. I will probably invest the money into picking up the spear skill for our person here. This is, what, the tannery? That is definitely not a weapon store. Empty barrel. True metal is, I think...
I'll ready you for battle.
Where we need to be. We can pick up spear. Do we have any other skills we need to pick up? I don't think there's any other weapon skills we need to pick up immediately. I think we're fine. Alright, so you have the spear skill now. So you can equip this, and that's a massive drop in damage for you. But this is going to quadruple your damage. The overall damage value is substantially higher to swap these two. Just because it means that we're not using something
There's
like
no
this,
room.
which
I
is
can't
even
carry
it's
anymore.
even a downgrade for her. So yes, we're making a pretty huge shift with that. We have a unenchanted shield, which is something that we have quite a few
There's
of.
no room.
This is a slightly better unenchanted shield, and I will worry about more than that.
I can't repair it.
Over time, we have a cloak that we can just get free AC and stuff on with. And anything else that we need immediately? I don't think so. So next is going to be going around the back of these to clear them out, I think. I have 37 skill points right now on you. I'm going to just take all of these up to the point where I can teach this person expert. Spear is a good skill, but it only really becomes good later on, and I can only get expertise right now, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Now, anything else that we need to do? I don't think so. We're going to hold off on putting a ton of points into things, but we do need to pick up Disarm Trap Expert, which is where... Is Disarm Trap and Identify in the same place? Yes. All right. So we're going to go do those two. We're not going to keep killing these respawns unless they're in our way. I don't have an objection to killing them, but it's additional experience that I don't need to, you know... I'm not going to farm that shit. That seems... that seems a little bit... I mean, it's simultaneously very in keeping with the principles of the challenge and very not in keeping with the principles of the challenge. With the goal being to get, like, the naturally higher levels. Okay, we got Expert Disarm. And we have... Oh, Expert Bow is here. And we have... not enough money for Master Identify. That's fine. Our financial situation should be a lot better once we have... we actually also have a chest here that we haven't looted, because we died after we looted it last time. So we'll see how this goes. I don't think... Okay, we don't need Water Walking, so we can cast Regen now. We actually don't need Water Walking basically at all anymore. So... we can also take a look and see how do we feel about our regen. 1.1, 0.7, 2 regen per second. Not bad. Do you have... You don't have regen up to 4? You need to get to regen to 4. It's silly to not do that, because that is a thing that we need to do eventually. Alright, let's see. Next on our agenda, can you even learn expert regen? No, you. Yeah, you can't learn it right now either. So we're just gonna stand here. We'll pull whatever this is. No, we're not gonna pull those because they're not gonna come to us. Alright. So we have this boss coming in. Do we want to pull it to the boat? Because this is a leecher. We do know that we can't just, like, kill it straight up. We don't know that we can't kill it if we... we're not going to be able to kill it with a kite. Because the kite is... We're going to take continual damage while we're kiting. So we're not going to kill it with a kite. We will just pull it over to the boat. I think that's the most reasonable solution for this. I don't want to pull it to that boat that it's right next to, because of the fact that the boat that it's next to is also next to a bunch of NPCs that I don't want charging. The enemy units can't get into the water, but the ones in the water can approach the shoreline, and I don't want them to. This is a big problem. Okay, we're in deep shit here.
Perhaps we should retreat.
We are going to die. Alright. That would have been feasible. That would have been feasible. If I was in a slightly better position at the start of that pull, I think that would have been fully reasonable. Let's see. Do I want to just allow... Should be in the green here. Save the game. And are they going to approach me? Or are they going to approach... I think those are trying to get to those guys in the water. But the guys in the water are not currently active. So since the water people aren't active... Ooh, actually... Okay. So these are now coming to me. I don't know what changed. Don't know what changed there, but that's fine. Okay, we're in the green. We should have a bit more damage now. I think it might be kind of fun to try to brute force this. I'm going to make one attempt at just brute forcing this, and if it goes really well, I might make another attempt, but we probably won't have it go well enough that I can just... Oh, right. I don't know why I thought it could go that well. When I was doing that before, the enemy was already very low. So, definitely isn't going to work with them at full HP. Alright, we're just gonna, I think, do a straight up fight here. We're just gonna nuke these down. We are in a fairly strong position here, actually. It's funny because I remember everything just being so difficult on my first playthrough, and I've gotten so used to the tempo of Doom that, like, my thresholds are just so different now. It's like, oh yeah, no, this is fine. Which is kind of funny. Let's see. And if they get far enough over there, they will switch to me, I think. So like this one got far enough away from the others by just rotating along the shoreline that it aggroed on me instead. And I'd love for that to happen to you. So that one has switched. So is this one. So there's now just the one left. With the pack looking like this, I'm now in the green, and it's still wandering around because it's still active. Do I actually want to? I'm going to aggro these. So if I pull these to the shoreline, they'll come on and fight this guy. And I can pop over to him and try to burn him down from further away than I could actually stand otherwise. And that was pretty dang close. So, even with all the other enemies hitting me, that was pretty dang close. I think I'm going to actually go over here. We're going to loot this chest, because I'm actually in the green at this chest now. And we're going to basically clear our way through those first. This is, I think, a massive... Yeah, this is a 62% damage increase. This is a letter for me.
Very weak.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay.
My pack's full.
Okay. So this staff is going to be a huge DPS boost. And we want to invest into... 2d12 is going to be really hard to catch up to with that unarmed. Alright, we can actually pull at least some of these That's excellent. That is very excellent. The other thing that I could try to do is rather than pulling, rather than try to burn down the leech, I could actually let the leech and the lizardman warriors fight each other while I clear out the remainder of the enemies. Like I could clear out these while they were fighting. I think that's a reasonable approach as well. For right now, I think that I have a clean enough access to these, because that guy's really far away now, that I can just do this. And then once we do this, we can finish up quite a bit. I'm very curious to see what we get access to in Ravenshore. I don't remember what the skills are in Ravenshore. My Magic 8, I just don't remember any of the stuff that's there. So it's going to be fun to head in there again. It might seem weird because I just played through the game, but I'm going to have to play through it multiple times with different... Oh shit, I just used a food save. I didn't notice that I was in the yellow. Well, that's fine, I guess. Oh, is it these guys? Yeah, these guys are just chilling here. Okay. There might be more in range right now. Oh, those are actually interesting. So those are active and ready to go. I am not in the yellow. So let's go dive the Leecher. And we might even be able to kill it without any of the lizardmen dying. I would not give guarantee on that. I'm actually going to put myself at the ceiling instead, because I think that's more likely to result in good things. Almost dead. Alright, and it did kill one of the lizardmen, which is unfortunate. Oh, and these are now respawning. Interesting. Alright. So, do we want to fight these again? I'll fight the respawns once. And then I'll just walk away. Oh, they have ranged attacks. I need to be careful. Those guards could easily insta-give me. If I get... You know who else could instantly insta-give me? Is the meteor shower. Did I save? Please tell me I saved. I did not save. God damn it. Okay. Just back into the meteor shower. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm in a bad position here. Alright. So, we're now in the green. We're going to move away from where they are going to spawn in. And we are going to save the game now that we are done.
Don't look at me.
We have a sleep and unconsciousness immunity cloak. So we now have 2 sleep immunity cloaks. Very nice. We have a group of Corsairs here that I'm going to ignore for right now. I'll deal with them once I have knowledge of where I'm going. We have... Is the other group active right now? The actual battle might be going on right now. Oh shit. Oh, never mind. No, that's just these guys having snuck up on me. Whoopsies. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna walk past here and we'll see what happens over here. Alright. So we have a fuck ton of pirates. These are not like new spawned pirates, right? These are These are part of the initial pack. My goal right now is to basically clear out this... Wait, did they clear one of the bosses? They took out one of the bosses? Holy shit, that's unexpected. I was not expecting the boss to go down. This might be harder than I expected. You're adamantite at least. So that one should be a difficult kill. Because they're not going to hit that hard individually. So hopefully I can come in here and clear them out fast enough to make this a manageable pull. Because I can't get too far away from it. It's just, oh god, they killed the adamantite already.
We got it.
Okay. You know what? This is already a manageable pull, I
I've
think.
seen one before.
Okay. Okay, we can pull them away from the town. And once they're away from the... Oh, wait, do the lizardmen guards respawn? Oh, that's funny. I think the guards might just be respawning. Okay, well... That actually would have made my life a lot easier if I realized that they were going to respawn. Alright. I just completely forgot about that. Alright, so we're going to basically clear out these. And then that group of guards is going to be standing here. Honestly, I might not want to even fight these. I think I'm not going to fight these for right now. Because these are respawns. I don't really want to have like a bunch of farmed up experience. And I think it makes more sense to just pop over here, grab all of the items, and I think then we're done, right? We got a ring off of that boss. And
Greetings and salutations.
there we go. Okay, so we've cleared out, I believe, all of the permanent enemies on this map. We just have the respawning enemies from this boat and the respawning enemies from this boat. We've cleared this island. We've cleared this island didn't have any enemies on it, but we've gone to this island. We've cleared this island. There's no enemies on this island. We got the shrine. Or not the shrine, the obelisk. We got the Game of Luck over here. So now it's just a matter of getting whatever last things we need done before we move on to the next area, which includes selling our garbage. That's going to be critically important. This is something we've been waiting
I
on.
can't carry
That's
it.
excellent.
No room.
We finally have a suit of chain,
There's no room left.
and we can make use of it
Junk.
once we have
Great.
moved your shit around a bit.
Who needs it?
So we have Moon Temple Cloak. It's unenchanted, which is good enough for you. Okay, so now for the last bit of the stream, we have 17 minutes left. We can just putter around doing inventory management.
Powerful this is.
This is a intel item that regenerates hit points over time. We're going to go ahead and slap this on to you. That will give some HP regen outside of the other thing. And because this character should have a pretty good amount of HP, I am going to be
I can't
making this
repair.
character as tanky as I can.
I can't repair it.
Interesting. It should be interesting to play with. So, it looks like we've identified everything that we have in play right now. This journey staff can be made vampiric, actually. So, we'll want to be doing that in our later fights. We have the ability to equip leather onto you, and we presumably will want to ASAP. Also, we can get up to Master Dodge, and immediately use leather armor without needing to get promoted first. So that's good to know. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be a while before we get access to that. But maybe not. I think you get expert in Harmondale. So if the master dodging character is either here, which I think I checked and they're not here, or are in... I guess we wouldn't want them to be here anyway, because we aren't coming back here. Are we? No, I don't think so. We're not coming back here. So, if they were in the next area, if the next area has the master unarmed, then we'll be very close to getting master, dodging or whatever it is. At any rate, we need to go to the armor store. We have 9 grand on us, and we're going to have more by the end of this, but we are going to pick up the chain skill for Olrin.
We got your gear.
And I don't think we're going to pick up the shield skill. That seems like a thing that we don't want to invest in for these characters. Chain and shield, we don't need either of those for you. We don't need leather or chain for you. And you can't teach anything to our dear friend the monk. So this is might and body resistance. So let's just toss this on to you. You have access to mastery, so you can eliminate the recovery penalty with that. And do I want to invest 3 points into this immediately? Our armor value on that is pretty low. So not necessarily. It won't have a huge impact yet. So, we are going to sell our stuff. I'm going to hold on to this because it does give a SP boost, which is potentially important. I do not know what's going on with that. Items are sometimes getting a little bit confused. This has spell points, I'm going to hold on to it. And we have a bunch of maces that we don't need, that we can't sell here. And we have a steel helm, which gives a pretty good amount of AC, even if it is unenchanted. And where's that that sword? Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to be. So we're going to go to True Metal, which is over here somewhere. We can also check, I guess now that we've gotten all the XP we're going to get here, we have 9 levels for Might and Magic 7. So Emerald Island, Harmondale, the Dragon Cave, and the Thinger are going to have 9 levels boosted, which is pretty cool. Do we have the spear skill already? I think we might have everything that we need in terms of skills. So let's go ahead and just start selling stuff that we don't need. Okay, that's fallen out of the world. This might actually be really good. I'm going to hold on to it for now. This is a mace. Severia's damage is going to start skyrocketing the second that we get to the expert dagger trainers. It's going to be a very, very big deal. Soldier Spear, Mind Resistance. No. No. We don't need any more spears than what we already have. I don't think. I will hold on to the... No, I'm not going to hold on to it. My identify person is already high enough. We did not get... We did not get expert... Sorry, we didn't get master identify, I believe. Right? I didn't have the money for it. So let's do that before we forget about it. That's how we're gonna roll. So we're gonna pop over there. We already have identify monster, right? Yes. So are there any other skills that we need to pick up the immediate term? I don't think so. Okay. Easy peasy. So we're just going to keep running. We don't need to deal with those right now. We can... go to you. You're the wrong person. You are also the wrong person. Yeah, we're so much more durable now. Massively more durable. Unfortunately, the person who's maintaining our preservation is not that durable, but...
Here we go.
Got it.
There we go. Clear those out. Grab you. Master Identify. Let's go. Alright, so we have Master Identify. And do we have anything that we didn't have identified? I don't think so. I think everything we have identified at this point. And I think I might... I'm going to hit G. And we're going to do a full bag sort. Just get everything as far into the front as possible. And then we can start selling all the bullshit that we don't need. I'm going to walk over to the mage people, I guess. I'm actually going to walk through the water. I'm not going to walk through the water. I can't actually. I unfortunately do not have any increases to my... Oh, wait a minute. Right, they don't move very fast. We're fine. I don't need to worry about it. Oh, we got an axe. I want to get as far away from them as possible, as fast as possible, so that they're not near the peasants. Though I guess it doesn't matter that much, because we are leaving. We're not going to be going back through that way. So, but we don't want them getting into the town. So, Grog and Grub is here. We already did that. We played Arco Mage here. We have the Fearsome Fetishes. I am just going to sell these things for right now. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to sell this. I didn't check to see if somebody was not wearing boots, but it's fine. The Cure Disease scrolls are no longer necessary. Do this. I am going to sell my unenchanted bullshit. I will sell this. I'm not going to sell all of my ingredients, but I will sell the catalysts. Because I do not need low-level catalysts at all. Those are just not going to be a necessary component of anything ever. This is a plus 4 inch ring. I'm actually just going to sell it because I do not care. 2 body resistance. Sparkling ring. We have some moonstones. I am just going to get rid of some of these. I'm going to look up a list of all the random bullshit that I need for the Thinger quest so that I am stockpiling exactly what I need and nothing else. And let's see here.
I can't repair
I
it.
think we're golden. We can sell. We can go to the armor people to sell a few of those things. It's not a super high priority. What time is it? It is 5:11. So hopefully the boats are still running. I'm now realizing that I can't cast Water Walk after regen. Or can I? I apparently can. Okay, so we're fine. We're just going to pop down here. We will tag this buoy. happens. We're going to try just jumping up there because I don't want to waste any more time. And
Come aboard.
the boat is available. So we're going to go ahead and save this on... what is this place called? Something Islands. Daggerwind. So we're going to go with Dagger Dun. So, we have finished Daggerwood Islands. We've done our inventory maintenance. We've got ourselves in a good position. What day is it today? It is in fact Friday. So actually tomorrow is not the day that we're going to be doing this. We're going to be continuing this on Monday. But on Monday, we will continue on. We will get
I can't repair it.
a lot of cool stuff done, I think. We should be able to finish up Ravenshore. I'm not anticipating Ravenshore being too difficult, but Ravenshore will be more difficult than Might Magic 8's opening. The opening area of Might and Magic 8 is actually very easy. Daggerwood Islands is pretty simple, especially if you have water walking. The reason being that in Might Magic 6 and Might Magic 7, you have a lot of ranged attackers that you have to deal with and stuff like that. Dagger Wound is really easy because there's nobody that can use ranged attacks that starts out hostile to you. So the difficult part is the temple, and the temple is actually a particularly difficult dungeon because when you start the temple, there's a huge enemy spawn. There's so many huge enemy spawns that are like, how am I going to handle this? Especially because we're going to have limited saves. We're not going to be able to save every pull like we did in the beginning of our playthrough, right? So our previous playthrough, we were able to just save continuously. That's gone. We're going to have to clear that temple without needing to save every 3 seconds. So, at any rate, that is going to be it for today. So thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. And next time we will be hopefully doing Ravenshore and then moving straight into Might and Magic 7. I'm really hoping to kill the dragon tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, on Monday. I think that would be really fun. Later, folks.